So I'm trying to figure out this GALT data.
So yeah, I'm sure somebody like blew up on GALT or something like that, but obviously it's bad data. But the sort of couple of questions come up here. Maybe I should just open Notepad or something, maybe Excel. Okay, so per protocol means you're throwing out people that dropped out of the trial, which is generally not great because you're biasing people that did well. You're biasing the trial. So per protocol is 290, and ITT, which is what you're supposed to do, is 355. Now they're saying there's a composite primary endpoint, which I'm confused about because I thought there was one primary endpoint, which is how many varices did you have at week 78? Maybe they changed the primary endpoint. Proportion of patients who develop new varices at 78 weeks. So what are they talking about? Well, they say composite primary endpoint. Prevention of varices. Oh, okay, here we go. Assessed as a composite clinical outcome that included subjects with any varices, those with intercurrent events, or those without an endoscopy or intercurrent events at 18 months. What? That's not what it says on clinicaltrials.gov. So are they not revealing what the primary endpoint results were? Right? So, I mean, they're basically looking at another subgroup, and they're not revealing the ITT data or the ITT p-value, which is really bad because per protocol is not really what we do in medicine, right? Like, per protocol is not the whole data. You're throwing out 20% of the data. And even on okay, so you got the 4 milligram fail. What was the P result? Let's read this primary endpoint thing again. This is like so strange. The primary endpoint was defined as the prevention of varices assessed by a composite clinical outcome that included subjects with any varices, those with intercurrent events, which we'll define in a second, or those without an endoscopy or intercurrent events at 18 months. Oh, I sort of see. Okay. So this is kind of like MACE. This is a little like MACE in cardiovascular, right? Where it's treatment discontinuation from AEs or undergoing TIPS. So they also don't tell us how many people had varices, and I think it's probably like really small. And then 43.2. How many people? Okay, so if you have 290 and then you have 3 arms, that's like 96 in each arm. How many varices in each arm? How many did they have last time? 18% of patients. Okay. Let's assume that happened again. So let's say they had 7 and they had 8 here. Something like this, maybe? Yeah, that's not statistically significant. If the 4 mg group didn't, the 4 mg group not doing anything is really sad. And like clearly that should be the end of the drug, because there's no drug I've ever heard of that you give 2 milligrams of and it works, and then you give 4 milligrams and it doesn't work. What drug has anybody ever heard of a drug like that? Time to short some HUMA. Thank you for that reminder. Yeah, I mean, HUMA's just back to the price it was pre-approval when we started shorting it. So to me, it's just, I don't think it's revolutionary. I think the FDA made a mistake. But yeah, good call, man. You got it. I don't think anyone's going to use it. But maybe I'll be wrong about that one too. FDA's done some weird things, like Amylyx got approval on no data, etc. Good luck, Verbsto. Yes, short HUMA. I would short HUMA. But regardless, still trying to get GALT figured out because that was our big, huge trade. So wonder, okay, so this is per protocol, but it didn't meet ITT. So that means that, so when they did ITT, okay, this is what the ITT population would look like, that somehow, like, this got worse with ITT. I don't know, maybe it was like 3 people got thrown out or something like that. So like the ITT number might actually look something like this. And then, of course, other dose was normal. So this is probably what ITT looked like. This is varices. This is placebo, 2 mg, 4 mg. And that so not only did they miss the primary endpoint, but they missed this subgroup with ITT. They had to get a subgroup with per protocol. Okay, come on. And the 4 mg didn't work. So that's I think GALT is a full fail. Like, I'll talk about HUMA later. Let's focus on GALT. So the primary endpoint, I guess the way to look at it is like this. There's primary endpoint for ITT, which is always how it works, right? 2 mgs or 4 mgs. So this was fail, fail, right? Fail, fail. Subgroup ITT, fail, fail. Subgroup per protocol, and this is a nominal p-value. Pass, fail. And then what else? Saturable binding dynamics. What? Okay, yeah, so for HUMA, I think that they're just going to have a very tough time commercially. The label is very bad. It's really hard for me to see anybody want to use the medicine or the vein. Hospital sales is really hard. It takes like a year to get a new device into a hospital. You have to get reimbursement. NTAP is just a small part of the reimbursement landscape. Yeah, I think it's a good time to short HUMA. What happened to Novo? Novo's down 20%. Oh, 𝗥𝗔𝗥𝗧𝗏 data. 𝗥𝗔𝗥𝗏 was supposed to be very important for them, right? That's their life cycle plan after. No, Fifth Legion. Selling on approval happens all the time. This is a classic sell on approval. HUMA's inevitably going to 1. That is the ultimate destination for HUMA. It's just a question of when. Look at this gap. We're about to fill this gap. I love it. I don't know why HUMA got FDA approval. I don't know why Meso got FDA approval. The FDA has been granting kind of a lot of strange approvals. They've been much more lenient than in the past. HUMA should have never gotten approval. Nobody needs exit liquidity. The question here is why look forward? If you're a trader, why look forward to this launch? Like, it's going to be a very tough launch. Like, they're not going to be able to sell even $1 million worth in their first quarter. It's going to take a long time to get to 10, 20 million in revenue. And 10, 20 million in medtech revenue is worth like 50 or 100 million. So like, the market cap is just insane right now. I mean, congrats to them for getting an approval. I don't know how they pulled that off, but the data's terrible. But now you have to go sell it. Good luck. It's always speculation. Buyers and sellers are what determine prices of stocks. That is normal. I'm going to short HUMA until the next couple quarters. Let's see them sell it. I think if HUMA has bad revenue, which we expect that they will, you could see the stock at $2 pretty easily. And as soon as they report their quarters of sales, why would you pay? I mean, at $2, it's $250 market cap. Well, what do you think the sales are going to be? What does anyone think the sales are going to be? What do the bulls think the sales will be? There's never been a device like this that sold a lot of money for a lot of revenue. That's interesting. I figured that something like that happened, Matt. So those kids are going to sell it, or? Yeah, the revenue interesting is they're giving some of their revenue to a lender. And that is dead. So they have to pay the debt or make enough revenue that they take a royalty off of it. So it's pretty ugly for HUMA. How do you learn anything about DJT other than it just wouldn't go down? And of course, the second I give up shorting it, it starts going down. I think they're going to do something in crypto. And that's that they're told people about that. And then that's why people are buying it, thinking that maybe there's some insider info lurking. I'm not privy to any info, of course, but that's kind of what I'm
partially filled. Order filled.
What I'm thinking. I think you will wait on GALT for, oh, you have the options expiring today. What do you have? Calls, puts, short, long? The short calls you let expire. I don't think Barron's going to be in charge of anything. not anytime soon. Did you do GALT, Alex? We got 2 results in one day. GALT's the one I wrote the paper about. Probably you too, right? Were you a baggie? Were you a baggie, Dylan? A2 baggie? I love it when baggies try to play the pennies. I love it when they say that. Yeah, I play the pennies. And the best is when they say market makers. Like they know what that is.
Order partially filled. Order filled.
The MMs are they're playing with the stock. They're suppressing it so they can get cheap shares. I show the portfolio. It's a blessing for you. Here it is, boys and girls. 942. Let me get a mill. Short more qubit. I'm trying to short more qubit, but it kind of got away from me. Oh, qubit's hard to borrow now. That's why. HUMA's hard to borrow. Oh, I was short a lot more than 68K. Oh, if you're Godelian, Beverly, just type in general chat, and yes, I do owe you everything. I apologize, Beverly. If you're a subscriber, I will come wash your car this weekend if you want. I actually wasn't short HUMA going into this because I focused on GALT. I tried to get all in on GALT. So I dodged the HUMA bullet. But I would have gone all in on HUMA after going all in on GALT. So I got very lucky. Yeah, I would like to see IonQ drop below 45. That'd be so lit. I think I'd get to a million account out of 100K. Again, a lot of luck here. I don't want to make it look easy or make it sound like it's easy. It's a bunch of people got hurt in HUMA today. I'm sorry if I led you to that pain. I'm very surprised the FDA approved it. I would have gotten annihilated in HUMA if I wasn't waiting for GALT. So I just got lucky that GALT, I was waiting for GALT, then I was going to flip everything into HUMA. So I would have been down 50% today. Probably would have gotten liquidated at like $8 or something. So not easy. Never will be easy. You know, if you see me celebrating, it's not because of arrogance or lack of humility. It's because I probably just dodged a bullet. So this account I'm using is an entertainment account to try to get to the most amount of money possible with the most amount of risk. It was not meant to be followed at all. I'm just trying to flex on these haters. I mean, HUMA, look, the HUMA longs got a little uptick here. It's still kind of cringe. It's gone from like 7 to 3 to 5. It's not that great. You just got to be careful and protect yourself at all times when you make these trades. Consult other people, consult your own conscience, learn. I mean, one of the things that I like to do here is show you how I do it. For HUMA, I outsourced almost all of my due diligence to somebody else who made a really good pitch. I probably should have done more of the work myself. I'm not sure I would have had a different conclusion. I liked his research. I thought it was very good, but it was frustrating. Yeah, he did good research. I think FDA approvals are always tricky. The FDA can do anything. He's fine. I talked to him last night. I mean, I haven't played League in a long time. I do have to shower. I have to use the bathroom, kiss my girlfriend, brush my teeth, not in that order. I have to relax and enjoy vacation. I hope you guys enjoy the period between now and the 1st. Sure, Lacuna, I'll do anything for GoodL subscribers. I just don't have all the time in the world. I will stream next week for sure. Chinmay, I mean, usually discounted cash flow is the way to go. Please, IonQ, drop.
I'm sitting here begging the trading gods. Of course, after such a big gain in GALT, I'm tempting fate here. You notice that like even Wikipedia has gotten political. Like, I think for Tim Walz and like for other people, like they blocked people's editing Wikipedia with facts. We are at 933, $700. The INQ goes to 44 today. I think we crack it.